Oh, cornbread, where art thou?
Right here, pal. Right here.
Why do I call you cornbread? You're David on here. I can't call you that.
Yeah.
Every time that comes up, genuinely.
That's because it's king cornbread to use.
It is. Every time that comes up, I'm like, bloody cornbread. Like, I don't even think of you by your name anymore. It's like, it's another stream, is it?
Who is this guy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How do we get rid of this one?
I don't know you anymore.
Yeah.
Who even are you anymore? Yeah.
We were doing our usual chat behind the scenes before we started, just saying about he's been playing a lot of Total War recently, medieval Total War, and it's all going very well. And you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, things were fine.
Don't even ask.
No. I didn't get attacked by two nations at the same time for no fucking reason.
No.
And now I'm like struggle busing, trying to like recover from it.
You worry too much.
I mean, I might do like when I played it. Was it 2 days ago? Like I played it today. Yesterday. Lol. That I managed to like get all my territories back, but I've not gone much further than that. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's part of it, isn't it? Sometimes you're going to get overrun. You've got to find ways back out of it. I think that's half the fun. If you like manage to get to a winning point when at the start you're losing, you kind of feel like, oh yeah, I'm actually getting somewhere. But
that fight I did today, I can't believe I fucking did it. I was fucking
that was amazing. That was amazing.
I was like outnumbered, outgunned, man, and I somehow fucking. It is a lot of it's down the strategy. You can have the shitter units, but as long as you can outnumber them and just hit them from different sides and all that sort of thing, compared to like if you just like throw everything at them at one go, you know.
But what I love is, so for anyone who doesn't know about Total War games, you have this bar on the bottom screen which sort of shows you your likelihood of winning. So like you'll be on one side, theirs will be on the other side, and it will sort of like go between the two. And at the start of this battle, so I was working from home today, so I managed to watch this. At the start of this battle, this bar has like this little tiny slither.
It was David. Like nothing.
Yeah, and then a massive, basically the whole thing was the other team's colour. And then bit by bit, you start to see it move up. You're like, no, he's not going to do this.
We're doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah.
The train that could.
It's so good. It was really impressive, to be honest. Yeah. I mentioned during your stream, I had a one like that I was playing Rome Total War 2. I had one like that where I was struggling so bad. I had to defend a town. You actually get a garrison. I don't know if that's the same in medieval, but you get a garrison that's there, so you don't have to keep an army there. So it's always got somebody in there. But I didn't have anyone that good, and I got attacked from all fronts. I got flanked. I got done in. I was in so much trouble. And then at the last minute, I was like, let's just send some peasants in. These are just guys with knives. Literally no armor, no nothing. I was like, just send them in. And somehow they turned the tide. The worst unit you can buy turned the tide in that battle. I ended up winning it. I was like, how?
Yeah, man.
It was so good. I saved it and I showed it to a friend of mine who's a massive Total War fan. Like a week later, I was like, dude, look at this. Watch this bit. Because you can like slow it down to half pace and speed it up and like, zoom into different bits. Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, good fun. I apologise for not streaming last week. There was an emergency.
Yes, an emergency. Yes,
there was an emergency. So nobody would know this, but a little known sort of independent team called Crystal Palace got to a European Cup final, and this fool right here paid many pounds to get himself over to Leipzig in Germany, and I got to watch them win and lift a European Cup, which is, if you know, because I've watched them for 30 years.
Crystal Palace have had a fantastic year, man.
Oh my, the past 2 years have been immense. I can't even explain. This is a team who are mediocre at best. Usually, like I'm used to, we'll get one good win from a really good team. So like we'll beat a Man United or a Liverpool or something like that, and that's our amazing game of the season. We're in bloody Germany jumping around with like 40,000 fans. It's amazing. Yeah, honestly. Even funnier, the guy who sits in front of me and my family that go usually to Sellers Park was only about 10 rows in front of us. So, like, as things were happening, he was looking back and shouting at us. And and he drunk a few by the end. And
of course,
he ended up coming up and giving me a massive sloppy kiss on the side of my cheek. I was like, oh man, come on. That was awesome. One of my friends is also out there. He was on the opposite sort of side of me, unfortunately. But he's actually an Arsenal fan who occasionally gets Crystal Palace tickets because his brother lives over sort of in Europe somewhere. And every time he comes over to England, they want to go to a match and they can't get to Arsenal, so they come to Palace. And he somehow managed to get a Palace ticket. So he was out there as well with his brother. And then they headed off to Amsterdam to watch the Arsenal final as well, the other European Cup final. So they were in Amsterdam, certainly smoking some sort of substance that they wouldn't be able to over here, I assume. But they loved it. They were absolutely like dreaming on it. But so that was my Wednesday and Thursday last week, and it was insane.
Nice.
Can I also tell you the stupid thing I did?
What did you do?
So, because Crystal Palace won this game, so this is what's called the European Conference, right? It means that we get into what is the next stage up. So you've got 3 stages. You've got the Conference, the Europa League, and then the Champions League, which is sort of the big one. Because we won the Conference, we take a step up into the Europa. So next season we get to play in the Europa. And the final of the Europa is in May of 2027 in Frankfurt. I booked a hotel today. There is almost 0 chance we're getting there. But I just thought, screw it, I'm going to book the hotel.
You got a holiday planned regardless.
Right.
Go to Frankfurt, innit?
Well, I will say I was very careful and I made sure I could cancel it if I need to.
You paid the extra money to refund it? Yeah.
Funnily enough, the way I booked it didn't really cost much more than I expected, so I was a bit lucky.
But you get that refundable element.
Exactly, yeah. Now, I've just booked the hotels. The flights I did look at, and for the 4 of us that would probably go was about $3,000 if we wanted it refundable, and you had to pay it. Whereas with the hotels, I don't have to pay it right now. So the flights, $3,000 if you want them refundable. It was a little bit less if you didn't. And I was just like, I haven't got that just to spare. That's mad. So I didn't do that bit, but we have the hotel just in case. And oh my god, could you imagine? But yeah, I put in all the work on getting the hotels and the car and the flights booked for the one we just went on. So I thought, well, I might as well just do it again. But yeah. That's very wishful thinking, but I very much hope it happens. Madness. Absolute madness.
Nice.
Right. Anywho, that's why we've been busy. What have you been up to, Cornbread, or David, or Zenated?
I had 6 days off.
What? How'd you manage that?
It was part of like some annual leave that I took just in case.
Lovely.
I could do it, but I'm broke, so I didn't go anywhere.
Fair enough.
Because I in case I could go to TwitchCon, because TwitchCon was over the weekend.
Okay.
Last weekend.
Where was that taking place?
Rotterdam.
Oh, Jesus! Wow.
That's where it's held. Yeah.
That would have been a day out, wouldn't it?
The European Twitch.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
No, so I didn't go.
Yeah.
Of course. Cause I'm just the broke boy. So that didn't happen. But I had work today, but then I've got more days off because again it was booked because they were like, look, you need to book holidays. I was like, oh, okay, and I looked at events I could possibly do if I could afford it, basically.
Yeah.
So it was just in case I would go to London because I think Dropout TV are doing a improv comedy night down in London.
Oh, wow, cool.
So that's happening this weekend, which I can attend also.
Brill.
There's a theme that's going to recur here for the next. I've also got time off on 13th, 14th. Well, it was meant to be the 12th as well, but they just like, look, would you be able to work the 12th? Yeah. Yeah, but they were like, it was good to have the days off regardless, though. I needed it. Like, I was having a meltdown while having a meltdown at work because it was so hot and there's like no air conditioning.
Oh god, I can only imagine.
Around hot coffee machines and ovens and all sorts, right? So it was just a lot, and then I was on the drive-through by myself for like hours on end by myself, basically. Because it was just too busy and there was like 3 people working. Yeah. It was a weekday and it was just one of those things where it was just busy. The sun's out. Oh man. People want their ice drinks, you know, and it was fucking horrible, man.
Am I one of those people you hate? Because I did do that. Although, like, I normally go on a Friday afternoon with a friend and we'll get a drink, and it was that hot that I got a mango and passion fruit cola. Are they horrible to make?
Oh no, it's like concentrate juice and some ice.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, it's not so bad.
That's just it. That's all it is, man. Which you pay $4.50 for. It's a lot, but people because it is is refreshing.
Yeah, it is. So. It's super good. Yeah. Yeah, and then it like because it comes in like a plastic cup, it will start to leak on your lap as you're sort of sitting down. Like,
all that condensation.
Yeah, exactly. But oh man, that is really good. Like that's yeah. There's a joke I wanted to do with a friend of mine. Have you ever watched The Thick of It? It's a political comedy from about 10-ish years ago.
Oh no.
Okay. So there's a bit in that where somebody like a high up person is in charge of like something, and he's trying to sort of showcase how he's in control and how he can make things like disappear if he wants to. And he does this by eating an onion bhaji, right? And he's like, look at the bhaji. And then he just starts eating it. He's like, I've eaten the bhaji. And that's because I'm the man that makes the bhaji go away. So me and my mate have had this joke that whichever of us next gets a promotion, we will buy the other person an onion bhaji from the coffee shop that we go to. And unfortunately, they stopped stocking them, so neither of us can make that bhaji go away because it's been done for us.
Yes.
So yeah, I've lost my my little sort of jokey thing, but hey ho,
bhaji privileges.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bhaji privileges have been lost.
They have been revoked.
Yeah,
permanently.
But yeah, silliness. Oh gosh. But yeah, I cannot imagine working in that heat. Do you know what? I was in a suit, and it was about 35 in London, and I walked to work in that suit. Like I drive most of it, and then I'd have like a 10-minute walk at the end, and I go under an underpass, and as soon as you walk into that underpass, it drops by about 10 degrees. When it was hot, it was beautiful. Just for like 10 seconds when you're walking underneath it.
You're like,
yeah, it was. And then I come back out in my like dark blue suit, so of course the sun's hitting you, and it's like, oh my god, that's really hot. But where I work, they have a thing about aircon being cold. So like it's annoying.
Isn't that its purpose?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's too cold. It's a little bit too much, if you know what I mean. It's always everyone in the office is always a tad too cold, if you know what I mean. Like it's not enough to get angry about. It's enough to be like, Christ, a bit nippy, isn't it today? So as soon as I walked into the office that day, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. It was so good. Yeah. But yeah, what a horrible thing. I can't imagine working in that heat, like in a drive-through. That is mad.
I'm just glad I wasn't working in London because it's even hotter.
It was mad. It was so bad. Oh my god. At the moment, it's a little bit more chill. It's it's actually rained quite a lot here, and it's going to be for the next week or so. But it's not so bad. Oh, Luna, hello. How are we? We're doing well. We're doing well. We're having a nice little chat. We're chilling.
Hello.
We're relaxing. We're just enjoying stories.
We should actually talk about what we're doing here.
No.
Because I think that's our like pre-actual what we're here to talk about waffle.
I don't know where you get these ideas, but but yeah, you're probably right.
I am a genius after all.
Yeah, yeah, we probably should. Where are we from, David? Where are you from? Obviously, the back end of nowhere. But...
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, my accent. I know it's confusing. So it started off as American English because I was born outside the UK, but it was part of the UK for a while, without giving too much away. But and then it went kind of English when I English when I went to Scotland, had to relearn English from American English to thingy, and English, and then my dad's originally from Scotland, my mum's from England. And I have a Scottish accent when it matters, which is when I'm passionate, angry, or drunk. So you know what if you have a very non-place accent, you know what your true accent is when you're in one of those three states of emotional being or states, So if I want to sound, I'm Scottish.
Scottish. That's great.
I'm Scottish.
That's great.
Yeah. No, I have a sometimes American. It depends. I'm very bad for picking up accents when I talk to people. I remember one customer I spoke to was Irish, and I was like, thank you for this. I mean, no problem.
Wow.
And I just feel horrified because I'm like, I hope he didn't pick up that the accent up. There's no problem, boy.
Do you know what that happens to a lot of Scottish people? So I've got Scottish in my family as well. So I'm just so you know. So I am Croydon, born and bred. Oh yes, the knife capital of the world. It really isn't as bad as everyone makes out, but I love to say it.
That's a good point you made.
Yeah. Very good. But I have a lot of Scottish blood in me. So one of my grandparents was from Scotland. Kirkcaldy, if you know that, or Kirkcaldy, technically. Oh my god, yeah. The Scottish blood in me. It's not so bad in me, but my mum has a temper. So when you annoy her she has a very standard English sort of Croydon / London accent. But when you annoy her, the English switch
Does she go
and she goes full Scottish. It's unbelievable.
Does she go wait?
Yeah,
with the WIT.
Yeah.
WIT. What?
Yeah. She can switch in a moment. It's so funny. It's great. It's great. But yes, I mean, do we stream mainly for passion? I suppose so.
Yeah.
We've been here.
We're not a money making corporate machine.
We've been here for more than 5 years, and we have done so many different things on this channel. It was started as a filmmaking channel. Quite a lot.
You still do bits like that. Show that. I only came along when it came to the tabletop stuff, and then it started in the pandemic, just because it was one of those things everybody was trying to still do what they did, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But in an online capacity. And that's I started Twitch streaming properly in 2020 as well with the pandemic. I mean, a lot of people did. We all got into tabletop as well. Like a lot of people did. That's what that big boom during the pandemic with D&D, because you can do it all online and stuff as well. And I think that really drew a lot of people.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. I think that's what's sort of driven it from there, because that sort of time when we started playing the sort of D&D and other bits and pieces was around the pandemic, like you say, and it's just sort of continued from there because we enjoyed it so much. And I think it's a really nice chance for us all to get together, because during the sort of pandemic, probably up until about 2022, it was all we've got the time, let's have a laugh. And bit by bit, it's slowly gotten to, we don't have the time. This is probably the only chance that we're going to have a chat. So,
and hang out. Yeah. So that's what it's become, really.
Yeah.
Just we enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no like kind of monetary goal to this, but you know.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. But yeah, shall we have a chat about what the hell we're actually here for?
Yes.
Which, of course, the magic and mischief.
Yes. What is magical and mischief for the?
What is it? Well, what isn't it?
Well.
Okay, so for any of those that haven't seen it, Lasers and Feelings is essentially what it is, which is a very sort of easy to get into, but can become complicated. Tabletop game. It's as complicated as you want to make it. It's the first thing that we ever actually played, so I wanted to make it as easy as possible as I was the one running it, and that's sort of stuck, that sort of simplified version of it, and then we can sort of muck around with it if we want to. But essentially Magic and Mischief is another version of Lasers and Feelings, and it's all just based on rolling dice, really, or as it seems to happen more often than not, it's based on people ruining my plans.
Well, it's also magic themed. It's like Harry Potter, basically.
Exactly.
And we are ripping off Harry Potter and making it the version nobody wanted.
Yes. Nobody ever wanted this, and that's why we're making it.
No.
But I will say that bit by bit we sort of moving away from it, and perhaps that's sort of cheating what could come out of the next few episodes that come up. But bit by bit we're slowly watching it become its own beast, shall we say. But yeah, no, it's been fun so far. Maybe we should have a chat about it. Should we have a chat?
Yes. Should I roll a thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Right. 7.
Ooh, okay, number seven. So, okay.
Oh yes.
Let's see.
It's when Baghead heads to food cart to feed his goat. The lady behind the counter runs to get help from the driver.
Oh yes. Do you know what? I forgot about all this craziness.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so
yes, now how do we begin to explain this?
I don't think you can. Okay, so let's just start with the first half of this episode I'd actually planned out a ton. I planned out probably 3 separate set pieces. So I thought the first thing we'll do is we'll get on the train to Hogwarts. We'll have a little bit of fun with that. I particularly liked, and I wrote this out specifically, a gaggle of gingers, each more soulless than the last, was my one thing I wanted to say about the Weasleys, just to get a laugh out of you all lot, and it worked. But then I was like, I really, apart from that, I'm quite happy for things to go a little bit south, but I assume you'll all get on the Hogwarts Express.
Yes.
You didn't get on the Hogwarts Express. You did, actually. You did, very kindly. And thank God you did. But yeah, what a bunch of madness. As soon as they said, we're just going to get on another train. The thing is I quite often find when one of you decides to veer off, the rest of you will be like, yeah, let's all veer off and do something mad. So it was mad. Oh my god! It was
Lempting Spa.
as soon as Ben and Josh were on the train, I was like, well, I can't stop this now, so I'll just have to go along with it and work something out as we go. But
So does the goat count as his animal he chose?
It does. Yeah. So
okay.
Interesting enough, so everybody's got an animal. And I said to them they can have one of 3 animals, which was an owl, a rat, or a cat. So they all chose something completely different. And me being me, just went, yeah, whatever. But I will say yours is probably the sort of probably actually, is it my favourite? I think it might be the dog because
dog.
Yeah, because see the snake and the goat. The goat's fantastic because it's a pocket goat because he gets shrunk down. That's really fun.
Yeah.
The snake can appear at any point, but the dog, it's not really got like a bag or anything to sit in, so it's just going to always be out, which means it's a little thing that either me or you can play with, or to be honest, the other two guys as well, because it's never not going to be there. And I think that's a lovely thing. And I like that it's an older bulldog. And I have to tell you, I based it on. So my brother and his fiance had a bulldog. Unfortunately, it passed away recently. But this damn bulldog just slobbered everywhere, just everywhere. It would walk up to you and just like nudge into you. And poor girl, she had like little nubs for teeth and stuff like that. So she just walk up to you, like hit into like your trousers, walk away, and you just have slobber, and you'd be like, oh come on. Lovely dog though, absolutely mad as a hatter, but yeah. And I was like, I'll make that into a thing. But yeah, I love I really enjoy that. But the goat, actually, when Josh said he wanted to go to Borgin and Burke's, because only I think you had gone to the pet shop, I had to find a way to get him an animal because Ben had already got his. And I thought the only way I could do that is in Borgins and Burke's, because we had to finish at a certain time. I think Ben needed to be off to go and do something for that sort of session 0. Mm-hmm. So we had to finish at a certain time. I was like, well, this is basically the last thing we can do. So I'm going to have to find a way. And fortunately, I managed to give him... I ended up giving him something I didn't want, which is gave him a magical dark textbook of some sort, which I've already worked on. Don't worry, I've got some ideas on that. Mm-hmm. But and that's sort of where the goat was made, by casting a spell out of that, which thank God, because otherwise I had no plan. But yeah, that goat is... pocket goat is genuinely funny. So but yeah, anyway, so how do I explain this? You got the what I would call the correct experience, and what you were supposed to get on top of it, like you had your chance to meet the main 3 characters, Hermione, Ron and Harry, right? Even though Harry was more of just a walk past thing, because I wanted you guys to yeah, I know. Do you know what, it's fun that he's not quite a bad guy yet. He is for you, I know, but he's like it. I've made it so that he's never had consequences, because technically that's kind of what happens if you don't have a bad guy.
He's a boy who dies.
Yeah. Now, I will say I've got something set up for the next episode after these next 2, which I think will piss you off immediately. I can't wait for it. But, yeah, I can't wait for it to happen. But
I mean, I don't mind, but my character will
be like, oh, for fuck, like it's gonna be so good. Anyway, but yeah, I enjoy sort of playing around with that, giving him a leather coat with an upturned collar and stuff like that. He's the cool kid, and but you got that experience, and you probably, if all 3 of you were on that train, you probably would have had a run-in with Malfoy as well. There was sort of like my extra plan if I had needed more to go on before we got there, or maybe something silly will happen with the train and one of you has to drive it for a while, or something mad like that. Because I know what Ben's like, let's put it that way. But of course they got on a different train, and then like they went and spoke to the driver, and unfortunately Alohomora isn't a difficult spell, so getting into a locked door with a driver is quite easy.
Yep.
And yeah, I've never felt so lost in an episode. No, that's not even true, because the next one's coming up. I got very lost. So, but before that, I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's like when they said to me, "Where's this going?" I said, "Straight to Glasgow." I know that's not true. I know no train has ever gone from London to Glasgow. That's mad. Like, it doesn't just go there.
That doesn't exist.
I know, but I was just so like put out by the fact of, oh my god, I have to literally just come up with an entire plan for this whole episode based on them being on a train, and somehow it managed to work. But yes, anyway, so Bag obviously decides to go and get some food and feeds his pet goat. Yeah, and that poor lady behind the counter. Oh my god. Yeah. I've got to say, sorry, I know it's moving on to point 8, but the bit where Boo the snake starts going up the driver's trouser leg, and then the lady comes in and sees his trouser snake, I just like it was too perfect. It was just like, no, this is going to be something. It's got to be, you know. But my god, how to make something out of what was essentially nothing. And I'll be honest with you, they played it perfectly. But yeah, I thank you for at least letting me use the stuff I'd written down, so that, you know, that we kind of got some use out of it. Because I think actually it would have been a little bit weirder if, like, we didn't get that chance to meet those, at least, you know, the 2 characters beforehand. Even though it was sort of less Harry in it, but it kind of gives you that link to them, which I think is quite nice. Yeah. So that some things can happen are adjacent to what they're doing, and you kind of know roughly where you are within the film, even though you're not maybe in it, you know, or you're not actually doing the stuff with them at the time. I think that's quite fun. Yeah, that's a lot of waffle from me. Sorry about that. Yeah. I assume you just sort of like tuned out from it.
Never. I'd never do that. Never.
Oh gosh, how did you feel about that first episode though? Because I genuinely was worried I'd almost sidelined you for a little while.
No, it's fine, because for good reasons that happened. Because there was a lot you had to deal with. Yeah. So that's fine. I had my moments. I beat up Ron. I was just bullying Ron Weasley.
Yeah, that was great.
And you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was great. Pinned into the ceiling.
Yeah, that's great. The levitation spell.
So just like, up you go.
That's
bye,
so cool. That's a really good use of it as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man. That was really fun. Yeah. It was like I was trying to use Ron as like your little sort of waypoint checker. Be like, oh, go here, do this with him. You're like, shut up, Ron. Leave it out, Ron.
It's like, Ron, you go away, Hermione, you stay.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Because that was like, you know, because he's like a Ned, basically, right?
Yes, he is.
And Magnus is like, this with art, you did. Like, really, like, not in a cool way. Like, it's just a bit kind of Bell-Endish way. Yes. So, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the thing is,
doll.
Yeah. But
some of the fucking guys I grew up with at that age, you know, it's just like, yeah. Weird though,
I grew up with a few of them as well. Don't worry. But I think that's quite a cool way of coming out. I mean, let's be honest. That's just, it sort of felt right for the character as well. A little bit sleazy, but you know. Not kind of harmless at the same time. It feels about right. But I really like that, and I think it's a good dynamic to have actually as well. I think it's quite a fun one. We just have to remember you're still 11 years old in this game, so
yeah. I mean, it's like because we had that kind of comedy in the channel. I think it's like, the way I think of it is like if I was playing Stewie in Family Guy. Oh god, yeah. Because you know the sort of stuff that they make a so-called baby do. Like it's like what we do is pretty tame compared to the stuff they've done on Family Guy.
Close.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like what we're doing. It's like, you know, it is a bit of tongue-in-cheek, and to realize that, look, that's not a thing like, you know, any 11-year-olds should do. I mean, but it does like exist as well. This kind of character I'm playing, for instance, you know, I grew up with people like that at that age.
Oh yeah.
Like, so it's not a thing that it's like, you're misrepresenting. Am I?
No, I don't think so at all. I wouldn't say that. I think you're very close.
You
to
don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
You don't go out from me. It's from the scheme, also known as the council estate. If you're in down south, you know, and it's just like it's the Wild West up there, man. It's fucking mental.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Everyone's got that. I have a friend who is very much like that. Who's and you're just like, wow, does that ever work? And unfortunately,
I was thinking Buckfast around that age, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Rite of passage.
Yeah, isn't it just? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah. Shall we have another one? Do you want to give us another roll? Yeah.
Let's go. It's 7 again.
Oh, brilliant. Let's talk about that.
Nat 20.
No, nat 20.
20.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, right, this is all based around you flying at the end. So,
the flying lesson.
Yes. So, I was going to turn this into something later, but now we've we've started to go a little bit off course. It probably won't be quite the same.
No.
But
we haven't been talking for the last 30 minutes about how we went off course.
No. But this was all based around you learning to fly. Yes. So I essentially had a choice of what to do with you guys. I had written, like I said, I had 3 things I wanted to do with you in that first episode, and essentially what happened is those 3 things got cut down to 1 because it was just the travel, and then the second episode ended up being the other 2 things. But I also had an extra episode on top of that I had. So technically I had 3 separate things to get into 1 episode. And I was like, we're not going to do these all. So I'm going to make a choice here, a decision. And I'm not going to say what the other one was because I ended up doing it at the start of the next episode. But I had a decision and I decided to go with the flying lesson. I think it's quite an iconic thing anyway. But my main point was I wanted to show you guys how you can change the story, even just by tweaking it, by doing something to say like this isn't going to happen the way it did in the films, you know, instead of just following it all the way through, and there's consequences for it later, which there will be. So this was essentially you guys saving Neville after he cannot control his broom. But the fun thing that came out of it, first of all, before he even... Yeah. Now, I mean, you did technically do that, which is true. But
yes,
the fun thing that came out of it was the fact that none of you learnt to fly, despite the fact...
No, we're terrible.
Genuinely, the reason I put this in here is so that you could fly. Like, that was I was like, once they know how to fly, they've learnt it, I'll let them use the brooms whenever they need to. And
I was too busy sabotaging.
I was
just sabotaging.
Yeah, it was very
I didn't even succeed at that either.
No, it was really funny. I was just like, no, you can't be rolling this badly. Like, I wasn't making it difficult or anything, but you guys just weren't even getting close.
No, just bad rolls.
Oh my god! So that was my fun moment of, okay, what do I do now? Maybe we'll come back to it at some point and try and get you guys in the air. But that was meant to be the fun bit, and it didn't happen. So.
Nope.
But yeah, I'd always planned. I mean, there's 2 parts to this this sort of scene, and I'd always planned to either use one. I planned to use either one bit or the other, and it depended on how you guys reacted to Harry. And because your reaction was so visceral, shall we say, I decided that. So if you watch the scene, it's Neville drops off his. Like, he goes off in the air, like, goes flying around, really good set piece, gets stuck on like a spike and then sort of drops a few floors and injures himself. I think he breaks his arm or something. And then after that, he'd picked up this Rememberall, which is basically a ball that turns red if you've forgotten something. But he's dropped that, and Malfoy goes and picks it up and then chucks it. And then Harry goes off zooming after it and manages to catch it, and that's when they decide he might be good at Quidditch, right? I decided we either put the Neville bit in or we put in the bit about Quidditch. And yeah, like I said,
Quidditch.
Yeah, Quidditch, yeah, which is still fantastic. Quidditch. It's so upper class. Anyway, so yeah, I decided that, as you guys hadn't really got on with Harry at all, you weren't all that interested. I was like, well, that's not as fun. But Neville is, it's a set piece that's quite well known. So I was like, we'll do that. And the whole thing was, can you save him from breaking his arm? And instead, he just sort of sprained his wrist slightly. And because of that, I think that'll be positive in the future. So yeah, that'll be quite interesting to see what sort of happens there. But yeah, little bit by little bit, this whole set piece was about, here's the things you can start to change, and then we can take that forward and hopefully end up in a completely different point to what the end of this story should be. And I think we started to do that in the next episodes.
Yeah.
just a tiny little bit. Yeah.
You know what I just thought of? It's so left. It's totally nothing we're talking about. But just as we're talking about this, I'm thinking about the style of gameplay and stuff. I was thinking of because for those that don't know, I'm ADHD, so my brain goes places while we're talking about this.
Yeah.
It's sort of on top. It's tabletop. I just thought of such a good, there's a style, because I was thinking about Magical Misfits, which was Dropout's version of it. It was like Wizarding School, but it's based on Kids on Bikes, which I think is Stranger Things
Kids
kind
on
of
bikes,
table thing. But they did it Kids on Brooms, right?
Kids on Brooms, yes, I remember.
They did that, and they made the Magical School, that sort of thing, right? So they did that. I just thought, they used it for other games as well. I just thought, because the play of what they did, but I think it's more central focused, we should do I would love to do a session where it's 007. But it's because I just watched the 007 First Light
the new
playthrough.
game. Looks good, didn't it?
Yeah, it's so good. I watched the whole thing. So, but your old 00 agents.
Oh my god.
But it's
that is
dumb,
an immense
terrible.
idea.
Think Archer.
Yes.
But just stupid silly. And we do we do Kids on Bikes style of it.
Yeah. I'm 100%. I am so brought into this immediately. This is a cracking idea. Make it happen. If it's something you want to run, I'm in, man. Or if it's something you prefer to play, I'll happily look into it. But oh my god, that's such a good idea. Holy hell.
Yeah.
That's a cracker. Well done. Well done. Good ADHD brain. Fantastic. Yeah, you did it.
Yay.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's do that. Oh my god. We can all have code names and everything.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I already know what I'm going to call Q instead of. I'm going to call him A.
What I want
is Bonds.
If I play as a character, I want everyone else to have amazing code names, and I'm going to be called Steve. Or something just mad, just just a standard Keith or something like that, very very standard name. Oh man, I'm so up for this. This sounds awesome. Yeah, and you get extra points if you do things that special agents doing combat roles and stuff like that. And this is amazing. I'm so in. I'm so in.
Yeah,
make it happen.
Yes.
I'd love to. Do you know the best thing about that? You know how we have intros to our episodes now? Can you imagine the intro to that? Oh my god, I'd have so much fun making that intro. Wow, damn, that would look amazing. And very difficult, but so good. Yeah, awesome idea, man. Awesome idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, now we know what we're doing next.
Well, next we'll be doing Time Fluxer.
Yes, yeah. Do you know what? So
2 years since last.
I know, and perhaps a special guest, from what I understand, as well, which will be very cool. Yes. So just before we get onto that, just to say on the next 2 episodes are going to be Magic and Mischief again. So we have filmed these next 2. I think it's not going to be next week, but the week after, and it's just because I have a lot to do. So yeah, just bear with me on that. Then we are going to film Time Flux. Now this is a continuation of an episode that went wrong, isn't it? Where we'd filmed the first. Actually, we filmed both halves, but the second half got so badly corrupted that we couldn't load it. So we ended up just showing the first half and being like, well, we'll come back to that, we'll sort that out. And 2 years later,
2 years later,
we are coming back with what I can only imagine is the timiest, fluxiest thing that's ever going to happen in this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've done a bit of work on it, and it's pretty much there. Yep. But because again, I want to keep it loose, especially when we do this edition of the mechanics and stuff.
Okay.
So fingers crossed.
Oh my god.
But the setup for the story is still gonna. I think it's good. It's gonna be a good episode. I think.
I can't wait for it.
Regardless,
it's gonna be so fun. Yeah. I really enjoy Time Flux because I get to be a security guard, which is just stupid as hell. But I have all my kit. Don't worry, I'll make sure I wear it.
Gary guard
with my stupid little whistle. Because I'm not allowed anything better. I love the fact that I can make people have existential crises. I think that's amazing, because it's basically my only good role that I have. And let's be honest, the greatest thing probably to ever come out of this entire channel, the Couturier.
Yes.
He observes.
Yes.
He observes so well that
I've got a good bit for Josh in this episode as well. Yes.
Please. I still sometimes go
back. I
hope
he takes full advantage of it.
Yeah. I still sometimes go back and watch that short, the grey one. You know, everything grey. It's just,
it's iconic.
Yeah, isn't it? I like how you tried to move on and me and Ben just could. Like, you were like, yes, and moving on, and we were just like, no, you can't, no, we're still absolutely dying over here.
It was such a great improv moment.
Yeah,
it was at like the beginning of the episode as well, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, it was superb. Yeah, genuinely one of my favourite characters.
I think for me, that's his best character.
Oh, his best character by a country mile.
It's the Couturier.
Yes,
so good.
Oh my god! Yeah, I love watching him play Couturier. I think it's fantastic. I'm
excited for our guest character as well. Have spoken to them about it and stuff like that, so it'll be good.
Sweet. Oh, I can't wait for that. I want to see how they play it. It'll be awesome. Yeah. I
observe.
Yeah. I shall observe it. Yeah. No, it's going to be funny coming back into a character that I haven't played for 2 years, but also. He's basically me anyway, so I like it when I do characters that are basically me. Do you know what that's just reminded me of? You know the thing that we recorded for Josh for his D&D stuff he wanted to do? That's probably about 2 years old now. Because it wasn't long after that we filmed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
That must be, yeah. And it's still one of the funniest things that's ever happened in that episode, and we can't even show it yet because we're still sorting stuff out for it. But from what I understand, Josh has filmed more than one episode for it, so he's not just done. He's done a few different things.
He did with the another group of folks, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'd love to see what he comes up with.
Yeah,
but yeah, I understand Ben did some madness for it as well. But
really,
from what I understand, yeah, I don't know what the madness is, but I very much want to see what happens there. Oh, it's gonna be wicked. I have to have a chat with him about that and ask when he wants to make a start. I suspect he's slightly busy because he seems to be in a new country every month at the moment.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
I know, right? Isn't it mad? Jeez. But yeah, hey, look, this is the problem. Like I say, time now, it just doesn't exist anymore.
It fluxes.
Yeah, then it just. Oh my god, I've never been. It's the weirdest thing. So I switched my job a year and a half ago. I used to have to travel 2 hours into London, 2 hours back, right? And I was like, this is mad. I now feel busier now that I've changed jobs and I work much closer to home. It's like a half-hour commute now.
Yeah.
I feel busier now than back then, and I don't know how. It feels like just time is speeding up. It's fluxing, and I don't understand how the hell that happens. Yeah. What a mad thing, man. But we're,
Mad world.
Yeah. But yeah. Hey, that's why I've been doing it for 5 years, because we're a bunch of idiots.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Right. I don't have much else to say except for, yay, Crystal Palace did a thing. How about yourself?
No, I think we covered quite thoroughly.
Yeah, I think so. I think the one.
The announcing of House Slytherin. We haven't.
Oh my god! How did we miss Slytherin?
Yeah,
what a ridiculous thing that is.
Yes.
I will say. So I had obviously this was choosing houses and stuff like that. I did ask everybody in advance what they wanted to do. Ben even came back with one and then said to me later, actually, I think I want to roll for it, but we'll work it out in the episode, which is what we did in the end. He was quite obviously going to go into Slytherin. And then he decided to roll for it, went into Gryffindor and decided, no, I'm having Slytherin instead. So, which is a better green, apparently. So, yeah. Oh my God, what a ridiculous man he is. But yeah, look, the whole concept of Faco is fun as hell. I'm really enjoying playing his dad, Lucius, because he's just an incredibly turned up version of Lucius Malfoy. But also, I haven't quite decided this yet, but so far he's just been really nice. So, and I didn't necessarily want that to be the case, but it's just kind of worked out that way. That he's just
kind of one of those dads. My son could do nothing wrong.
Yeah, he's just an incredibly doting, loving father so far. Maybe later we'll turn it into something a bit more. But as it is, as I've played it, it's essentially I have the perfect son, and you. Well,
it's almost like the behaviour that does enable spoiled brats.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. The fact that he calls him Papa is just amazing.
Yeah.
You know? I can't imagine Lucius.
Son.
Yeah. It's so much fun, and the thing of them being picked up from Leamington Spa in a Mercedes, a flying Mercedes, is just so funny. But yeah, as soon as like the one thing I wanted to get done in that second episode, this was all meant to happen in the first episode, like I said, was getting you into your houses so you kind of knew where you sat, and that was quite fun because. I mean, it was two things. It was, first of all, I got to delve into your characters slightly. So the hat actually said something different about each of you. You probably sort of picked that up. Like, so when the hat came onto your head, he said it's like a mess in here, and it's really difficult to work out where you should go. And that was obviously because you have your. I was going to say Buck's Fizz, Buckfast all the time and stuff like that. And so like your head's swimming, it's a bit chaotic in there. With Faco, it was the hat could talk about the sort of how he was kind of a little bit like his ego was huge basically. And then with Bag, what did I say about him? I think I sort of said, because he went into Hufflepuff, and I managed to sort of talk about how he gets on well with his family. And he was like, I don't have family. I was like, no, you do. You literally talked about him in the first episode, like, which is great. But it gave me a chance to sort of delve into your characters a little bit and just be like, well, this is why this works for your character and why they're going to this house. But
my dad's in the jail.
Yeah. But yeah, that was quite fun. That was fun. I enjoyed that bit was sort of a little bit for me as well. I like that. But yeah.
And my ma sniffs glue. Pet sticks. Yeah, really good fun. Really good fun. Yeah, it's. I will say as well, Ben basically standing there and critiquing it the whole time is. yeah. I mean, it's the not pretending to not understand Magnus, and it's also the standing next to teachers and going wrong or old or something like that. It's just the whole time. It's so just
good.
Like you're fucking school heckler, man.
Yeah. It just reminds me of where I went to school. I had this guy who he was a student. But he just walked around with the deputy headmaster.
Walked around, nothing else.
He just walked around with the deputy headmaster. He was like his little lackey. And it was just like, what are you doing, you idiot?
Prick.
But it just reminds me of that the whole time. He like, if the deputy headmaster told somebody off, he'd just be there behind him, just going, yes, that's right, naughty.
Yes.
Like, piss off,
Repent.
kid. yeah. Oh god, it's fantastic though. I love that idea of just basically being like, I'll add my 2 cents into this and everything that happens. But yeah. Anyway, yes, the next episodes that come up, look out for the minor tweaks that begin to change the story slightly, followed by some very major tweaks. Change the story so much more. Oh my god. I swear to God, what he's doing right now, what he's doing right there is going to make sense. That's the scary thing. That is a thing. That is a thing. Oh
we
my
went that
God.
way. I went, okay, we're doing this. All right, cool. And I just went full improv into it, like, you know.
I enjoyed the first episode. I found the second episode to be complete chaos, in the best possible way. But it is the first time in a long time where I felt so unsure of how to go, like how to carry on. But it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And I now, what it's essentially done is it's kind of freed me up. I feel more free to be like, let's explore this universe and not be so stuck to the films. And I think that's what you're going to see in the next 2 episodes. Yeah. Which is going to be great. Anywho, yes. Anything else from you before we finish off?
Nope.
Awesome. Well, in that case, stand tall, my brothers.
Yes.
We're going to see you. It'll most likely be in 2 weeks' time, where you get to see some mad episodes of Magic and Mischief, and then we'll be back to have a chat about those before Time Flux. Oh hell yeah! Right. Have a good one, everybody. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your week. Make sure you enjoy that weekend as well. It goes so quick. Take care, all.
Good to be.
Oh
Bye.
yeah. See you later. Bye bye.
See ya.